day. I was just listening to music and thinking about stuff and thinking about making a video, and then I thought, because I'm sick, I have a stuffy nose, and so I'm going to see my doctor on Thursday. But every time I have a sinus infection or any stuffiness at all in my sinuses, it drips into my throat, and then I get a cough, and then I get a sore throat, and then I get bronchitis. And I was thinking, I already know, because I've been through this before, what I need to do in order to avoid that. And it requires discipline. And then I thought about the other times I've been through this situation with God, and then I thought every accepted rebuke requires humility and discipline, doesn't it? And now I was thinking to ask the question to you guys, doesn't it? Like, if you accept a rebuke and you actually accept it and like make a behavioral change, doesn't that in every situation require humility and discipline to do that? Because if you accept it, you can't be prideful about what you're already doing, because then you wouldn't accept it and change your behavior. And I'm gonna slow it down for the left-hand turn. Why? Yeah, and then it requires discipline in order to change your behavior, right? Because I was thinking, like, what do I have to do to avoid getting bronchitis again? And I know the answer. And to change my behavior so that I don't get bronchitis requires discipline. And to change my behavior for anything requires discipline. And I haven't gotten a rebuke from God yet, but I already know what the answer is that I need to do. And then I was thinking of like the whole GOCC thing. Wow, I can't even talk right. I was thinking about them and how they demonstrated humility. And anyway, so that's my question, is if you accept a rebuke and change your path from doing whatever to doing whatever you're supposed to be doing, doesn't that in every situation require discipline and humility? And if it doesn't, can you tell me a situation that someone accepts a rebuke and changes their behavior, but they don't have discipline and humility or humility? I mean, I guess maybe you could do it pridefully, but then that just seems like false acceptance of a rebuke, right? Anyway, I was just thinking about that and I thought I would share it because that sounds pretty good to me. Anyway, I guess since I'm making a video now, I should also tell you I'm going to be uploading not on my regular channel. I've always had like lots of YouTube channels for different purposes. Oh, I really don't want bronchitis. Anyway, so I'm going to be uploading on my Mrs. Faith Amber YouTube channel, because I have Miss Faith Amber and Mrs. Faith Amber, of course, go figure. Oh, I wonder, no, I don't think they have pallets for me. I can't fit them in anyway because I have the solar panels. That's why I'm going to Hyde Park. So anyway, sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, so I'm going to be uploading on that channel, but when I upload the video, I'll put the correct link to subscribe, because my Miss Faith Amber channel, I'm going to stop uploading on that because I can. And originally they were for different things. And also I only have 2 videos on that other one that are like uploaded in public. But if you watch them, that was 4 years ago when I worked at the place that is not a grocery store. And that was the happiest time of my entire life. And you can kind of see it. And that's why I like those videos the most, is because it's part of my life when I was happy. Anyway, so I also wanted to tell you my last day of work's Thursday, and then I'm moving to Massachusetts, and I got 3 interviews, and a guy who's trying to fill his position before I move there for cleaning. And so he might call me back if it's still open, but he's trying to get it filled. But otherwise, I'll have 4 interviews. So, and they're all cleaning jobs because I like being a janitor. Although I started the application to work at the Massachusetts Department of Taxes, but I don't really want to work for the state again just because they make you pay retirement and other fees, health insurance and things, and it's a lot of money to be taken out of one check, which is ridiculous. And also, when I worked at the place that's not a grocery store, I was making $15 an hour, and I had no benefits, and my checks were still almost like $400 every week. Wait, was it? No, it was $800 every other week because I got paid bi-weekly there, and that's like pretty much, it's like $80 less every other check, not every other check, every bi-weekly check. It's only $80 less than what I make now working full time, and I making $15.85, $15.76, something like that. It's less than 16, but it's like it's more than $15.50 an hour. So I think if I work 25 hours a week, even 30 hours a week, I mean, I'd still be making pretty good money if I didn't have all that other stuff taken out of it. Because at my job, obviously, I have state and federal taxes, I have my insurance, health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, etc. Wait, I feel like I have another insurance in there somewhere. And then I have retirement, which is not an option. I mean, you have to pay it. And then I also have union dues, and mine is more than the regular union dues because I have a supplemental dental insurance, and what else? Oh yeah, when you're not in the union, you still have to pay union dues. If you're not in it, you have to pay $14 out of every check, and if you are in it, it's $17 out of every check. So, I mean, you have to pay it whether you want the service or not, pretty much. I still feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I take some more stuff than that out of my check every other week, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really considering working part-time, and especially a second shift position, because I don't want to really have to transition into working first shift. Like, I wake up at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, sometimes noon, because I go to bed at like 2 in the morning or later, usually. Why is the road closed? Oh, it's on Wednesday. That's not today. Today's Monday. So I called out of work today. I didn't really want to because I want my working hours. I don't want to use all my sick time, because if I don't have any sick time, then I can't sue the state for not giving me my sick time. I don't think, which that's a whole nother story. Well, I mean, it's not really a story. That's pretty much the story, is that one sentence that I just said. But yeah, I was like sick at work yesterday, and my coworker called out, so I was there by myself, and it was like I was coughing a lot and being a sick person, and I don't want to get everyone sick, especially like when I leave and they're already a little bit short-staffed, and then I got everybody sick and they're all calling out because I got them sick and I'm not even there. That's like mean. I don't want to do that. Now, the unit staff, I don't care if they get sick. No, I'm kidding. I do care a little bit, but I don't, you know, they're not my, like, direct coworkers. And I spend as little time on the unit almost as possible while in the patient areas on the unit. But that's besides the point. Pretty pond. It's too cold to go swimming, though. It's November? No, it's October still. yeah, Halloween hasn't happened yet. That abominable pagan day of child sacrifice. Why do people even do that? That's so messed up, man. Is that all I was gonna tell you? Is there anything else going on in my life? Oh yeah, one last thing that kind of is important. Not kind of. It is important, but it's like almost like sounds like it could be part of my testimony or something. A long time ago, not that long ago, I don't know how old I was, but probably my 20s, and I think I'm 27 now, according to Beth. But I don't know. I feel like I'm still 26. I don't celebrate my birthday either, so I don't know. Like, I have to look at my driver's license. I don't know. Anyway, sometime at some point in my life, I saw probably a YouTube video or something. It must have been a YouTube video because I don't think I was watching TV. I haven't done that for a long time. But I saw this video basically saying the truth is in your physical body, and you can do a test. Like, let's say I'm like directly talking to you. If you ask me, like you say, Faith, hold out your arm, and then I hold out my arm like this, so that you can touch it, and then you're like, okay, is your name Faith Amber Hemphill? And I say yes. You push my arm down with your hand and you will feel no resistance. If you ask me, is your name Faith Amber Hemphill? And I say no, then you push my arm down and you can tell I'm lying because when I lie, there's more resistance in my physical body. So I heard that and I was like, psh, almost like mind blown, even though it like made sense, but it was something I kind of like meditated on. I just kept thinking about it and how it like impacts my life. So basically I was like really thinking about that because when I went back into counseling the last time, well, let's back up to when I first heard this. I had always like known this, like I couldn't remember my memories because something really bad happened, but I didn't know what it was because I can't remember. And so I like, you know, was always bothered within myself about not being able to have any of my childhood memories, not remembering birthdays of my sisters or brothers, and like the holidays with my family, because I remember my 8th birthday party, and that's it. And even like when I get into like middle school and stuff, when I have memories of things like running away and stuff, I still don't remember holidays. I don't really remember my family. And so I was always bothered by that until like recently when I just accepted that I'm not gonna get to remember, and that's okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna live my life and move on with it because I can't do anything, so whatever. But when I heard that thing about how the truth is in your body, I like knew, and I had always known that whatever happened, like I knew it. I don't know. So when I heard that message, I just kind of felt like I don't know, almost like a deep sadness and like thinking, I wonder what happened. Because mind you, I like right at the very beginning when like I started asking like what happened, you know, my family, my mom would say like, oh well, you know, Beth got picked up by her hair, and you got picked on by your family, and I had to come to your defense, and you know, people were like dragged around in their piss, and Pauline, well, I don't want to say her name, but I just did anyway, like kicked me across the floor, and I remember I was locked in a basement, like, so I knew all these traumatic things that might possibly be a reason for me blocking out my memories, and of course I don't remember any of that stuff I just listed. But when she told me that, I was like, in my like head and in my body, I was like, no, that can't be it. Like, those are bad things, but that's not a real reason for me not to be able to remember anything. Like, it was something worse than that. And it was like that feeling in my body that what I was thinking was accurate. And so when I heard that message that the truth is in your physical body, that's what it reminded me of. And then I was thinking, well, maybe I should go back to counseling and try to remember what happened, so that I know. And then I also more recently was thinking maybe I should try that out with my family, but I'm not gonna pressure anyone into telling me the truth. If God wants me to know, he can reveal it to me, and if he doesn't, then praise him, because it's a blessing. And you know, my family might not even remember, and if they do, if something really bad happened to me, I'm sure they wouldn't want to tell me all about it in detail, right? Because everyone in my family knows I get mad quick, and I will pop off real quick. And so they're not going to want to deal with that. Not like I would, right? I'm still growing and changing, and I think that I would just... Anyway, there was another piece to this. Oh yeah. Here's what it is. That message of the truth in your physical body, when I, like recently, either 25 or 26 years old, me and my father, my dad, went to Walmart to the self-checkout. And I don't know if you know this, but I have a laughing disorder. So I laugh in bad situations. Or like, I think with my dad especially, he's really funny. Like, he actually could be a comedian. But I also just laugh at things that aren't funny. And I've done that all the time. And when I worked at the place that is not a grocery store, I did that because I hated my job. Like, I didn't hate it, but there was like a lot of evil spirits everywhere, every day, all the time. And I was constantly in prayer, and it got to a point where I like really did not like being there, even though God was with me. And so what happened was I was like, okay, this is getting really old, and if I'm gonna keep working here, I have to make myself laugh once an hour, because I can't be in a place and be miserable all the time, and I have to do something that's at least a little bit fun. And so that's how that's part of how like I laugh a lot at work all the time, and I can make anything fun, because I started going around like playing hide and seek with God and like making up stories in my head and like pretending I'm a monster and just doing whatever I could to make myself laugh. Because working at that place, it's like literally just demon infested, and they're like, I don't know. Have you ever walked into a building and just seen like demons everywhere, and you're like, just like, get me out of here. Like, it's disgusting. And so that's even still irrelevant. I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. That's what you get. If you subscribe to my channel, this is what you get. I'm probably not ever gonna get it together. But you know what? I think I've done the whole video and I haven't sworn in like a whole 18, almost 19 minutes. That's crazy. So, good job, me. Anyway, back to the Walmart story. Me and my dad go to Walmart. He's at the self-checkout, having a problem doing the self-checkout and like pressing the buttons and stuff, and I start laughing, and I pissed my pants in the store, and I walked out. I couldn't stop laughing. It was horrible. It was really embarrassing. And so, yeah, my dad was just like trying to do it and couldn't, and I thought it was funny, and so I was laughing. But I couldn't stop laughing. I just could not stop laughing. And so I pissed my pants in the store, and then he finally got it done, and I still couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing all the way out of the store, in the parking lot, into my car and my stomach hurt, because if you laugh for like 10 minutes straight hysterically, it makes your abs hurt, because laughing is like, it activates your abs. And so yeah, that happened. And then when I could barely talk, I was like, Dad, I pissed my pants in Walmart. And he was like, what? Because I was laughing. So when I'm trying to talk in the middle of laughter, you can't really hear me very well. But that's what happened. So after that incident, when I was like 26 years old, I was like, okay, there's definitely something wrong here, and I need to go back to counseling. And I told my mom what happened, and she said, yeah, you need to go back to counseling. So like, whatever bad thing happened, it would make sense if it like happened at my dad's house or with my dad or whatever, because why would me as an adult, like, I understand I have a laughing problem, but specifically with my dad and as an adult, pissing my pants in Walmart, like, hello. So I went back to counseling, and it didn't do anything. I went through behavioral cognitive therapy or something like that. And we did a few like memory activities to try and help me remember stuff. And then I told her I'm going to Christian counseling and I'm not doing this anymore. And she said, oh, I told her about like Father Heart Ministry, where people like get their memories, well, not get them back, but they remember things because of healing by the Holy Spirit. That's what I wanted to do. And even before I heard that message about the truth being in your physical body, there was a point where I felt like I was led by the Holy Spirit to do it, but I never went because it takes like 4 to 6 weeks to book an appointment, and it's a 3-hour session, and it was in Williston, and I think that was when I just had my car, and it wasn't a very great car to be driving. Anyway, I don't want to give you a list of excuses of why I didn't go. I just didn't. I was a disobedient, bratty child to the Most High. That's the real reason why I didn't go. But I thought about it, and I needed it, and I was led, and it was in my heart to do it. And I never went. Why is a police officer going 60 and a 50? What are you doing, Mr. Officer? He's in front of me, though. He's not behind me. Anyway, so I went back to counseling. It didn't do anything. And then I went to Christian counseling, and that also didn't do anything. Well, no, actually, it did. It helped me a little bit with my relationship with God. And just from, like, being around other people who pray. Like, my family, they go to church, but they never pray with me. Like, what kind of family is that? Yeah, I don't know. So I had to pay $50 a week to pray with someone for like 5 minutes. That's insane. I don't know. That's why I don't really like Christianity, because I've been around it, and that's the kind of like mess that I am around. Anyway, that's not what this video is about either. Oh, I'm almost in Hyde Park. Anyway, so when that happened, that whole me thinking about that situation, pissing my pants in Walmart, when I was contemplating all these things, I had, again, that, like, feeling and thinking of that message about how the truth is in my body. And I just could feel that out of all the traumatic, horrible things that happened that I knew about, it was something worse than that. Like, worse than me dragging Jen down a sleeping bag down the stairs. Worse than me getting kicked across the hallway. Worse than my mom getting strangled and having the baby taken away. Worse than me being molested when I was 8. Worse than Beth getting picked up by her hair. Worse than my siblings being dragged around in their own fucking piss and laughed at and pointed to by a bunch of fucking, like, adults. Like, are you mentally retarded adults doing that to a child? Like, I don't understand. Anyway, so that's what I was thinking and feeling. And then I went to counseling, Christian counseling, and I never went to Father Heart Ministries, and I never got that inner healing that's done through the Holy Spirit. And if I do that, it's probably not going to be a Father Heart Ministries. It's going to be in prayer, just with me and the Most High. But that's pretty much where I left off with that. Like, and now it's like, it's kind of weird that I know the truth is in my physical body and I can't remember it, but that's like pretty much where I left off with it. And wow, that was a long-winded explanation. I wonder if there's any way I could make that shorter. Anyway, that's it for the video. So yeah, subscribe to my other channel, or both of my channels if you want. Maybe I'll keep posting videos. I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of winging everything, and we'll see what happens. And I'll let you know where I end up working, know what my work schedule is, and what my room looks like, and like all the stuff I ordered from Amazon. I got a dehydrator. I'm so excited about it. And now I'm going to Hyde Park, so I'm probably gonna make a video here too. And then you get to see how pretty it is. Actually everything's turning like brown. There's a little bit of orange, but everything's just like brown, green, dark green, brown. There's a little bit of blue and fog in the mountains. Oh, here's another good question. Since most of the trees are green in Vermont, how come all the mountains look blue? Like, all the trees I'm looking at right now, they're brown and they're green. Very few are orange. But on the mountains in the distance, which also have brown and green and some orange trees, they all look blue. Why is that? Sure, it has something to do with the perception of color in your eyes. Also, if you have kids, or even if you don't have kids, look at a yellow piece of paper straight for 30 seconds, and then look at the sky. The sky's gonna look purple. Also, just another fun arts and crafts activity, just because I'm mentioning it, and it's one of my favorite ones. You take a black Crayola marker, like, you know, the washable ones, so when kids write over your walls and stuff, if you have kids who do that, then you can just wash it out without having to like repaint your walls. They're not permanent. You draw a line on, just up and down line like this, onto a coffee filter, and then you stick the very bottom piece of the line of your black marker into water, and you let it sit there. The water is gonna drip up. No, drip. It's not gonna drip up. It's going to go up the paper, and the whole black marker is gonna change into all of the colors that make up that black marker. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. I very much enjoy it. Okay, all these people are passing me. They're like, no, you're turning. I've just thought, ooh, look at all the cars. I think someone's having a party. Why didn't they invite me? I'm their neighbor. Okay, I need to stop. Here I am. So, yeah. That's all. Leave your comments below. Please answer my questions. At least the first one, which I don't even remember what that was about. But that's why I have to make videos, because I don't remember anything. And I don't like getting sick. And, what else? Oh yeah, if you try the arts and crafts things, they're not really crafts, but if you try the experiments, leave your comments down below about that too. Especially the purple sky one. The purple sky is so beautiful. I mean, God did a really nice job making it blue. But the fact that he made our eyes to perceive colors a certain way is also really nice of him. And yeah, a purple sky for a couple seconds, it looks really cool. So yeah, that's all.